be joined for today's panel discussion to moderated by Ridita Mustali, President of ABSL Albania. Please, a round of applause for Ms. Mustali. Joining Ms. Mustali on the stage is Ms. Amra Hashimbegovic, Head of Investment and New Funds at CAIP Sarajevo. Where do you want? You can sit, yeah. Joining us from the Albanian Investment Agency, Head of Research and Development Sector is Ms. Geraldina Fejzaj. Joining us from Deutsche Gesellschaft für internationale Zusammenarbeit GIS is Annabel Kreuzer. And from the Montenegro Investment Agency, joining us on stage is Mr. Radojica Petrovic. I wish you all a fruitful discussion.
Yeah. So, hello everyone. We are after lunch, so I guess now everybody is more happy. As we were talking, this is a very important panel, and I'm really happy to have this opportunity to host this panel. It's a pleasure to welcome you in this session on attracting investment to the Western Balkans. We are joined by senior representatives from the region's leading investment promotion, institution and development partners, each playing a key role in shaping how our region attracts, facilitates and sustains investments. And I want to start by presenting the members of this panel. Amra Hashimbegovic, Head of Investment and EU Funds, KIP, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Geraldina Fejzaj, Head of Research and Development Sector, AIDA. Annabel Kreuzer, Senior Advisor, GIZ, Agency for Business and Economic Development. And Radojica Petrovic, Assistant Director Investment of Sector MIA, Montenegro. I'm really happy to have you here.
Thank you.
And because we are a little bit out of time, but we will try to keep on time. We will start the first, let's say, section of this panel with some short presentations on country insights, investment and priorities. And Amra, because we are in your house, how is Bosnia and Herzegovina, and particularly Sarajevo Canton, has been emerging as one of the region's most dynamic business and service hubs? What key factors are driving investors' interest, and how is your institutions working to position Sarajevo as a competitive destination for high-value investment?
Okay. Well, first of all, since we are in our house, welcome to Sarajevo. Good afternoon, in a city where ideas, people, and opportunities meet. When coming to becoming a huge regional business hub, canton of Sarajevo, there are three main factors that are actually leading investors' interest to start their business in Sarajevo. First one, it is our location, which is pretty much strategic location. We can say that we are west of the Western Balkans, a very much good opportunity for nearshoring. The second one, it is actually talent. We are a city with the 4 universities, which are multilingual. The Sarajevo University is actually in Bosnian language, but the other 3 are on English, which with very, very huge number of also international students. And the last one, it is that we are pretty much predictable when it comes to government incentives and taxes. So good cost efficiency we are offering. When it comes to KAIP, as an agency and what we are actually implemented and organized by the government, by the law, as a strategic point for all investors, domestic or foreign. Our role it is to create investment procedures as feasible, as easy as it can be, to remove all administrative barriers for our investment, to give a support from the starting point, from the first email until the post-investment period for our investors. Of course, we are aligning with the European strategy, focusing on IT, digital sector, green energy, renewable energy, and the most important, it is the tourism, which is highly growing also in Bosnia, I think in Albania, Montenegro also as well. So that is our actually focus and main goal when it comes, and actually the factors that are creating Bosnia, especially in Sarajevo, as a key point for developing as a leading regional business hub.
Thank you, Ambra. And following, this question is for Geraldina. AIDA. AIDA has been enhancing its outreach and aftercare functions. How is AIDA adapting its investment promotion strategy to attract higher value FDI, particularly in innovation-driven sectors?
So, over the past few years, AIDA has been transforming its investment promotion strategy to focus more on quality rather than quantity. Meaning we are targeting investment that bring not only capital, but also technology, know-how, and innovation potential to Albania. And our approach combines three key directions. First is strategic targeting. AIDA is now focusing on high-value sectors such as ICT BPO, renewable energy, advanced manufacturing, and of course tourism. As part of this effort, we recently collaborated also with ABSL Albania, and I find the occasion to thank once again Ariodita and her team, because through this campaign, we conducted a target outreach campaign in ICT BPL sector, and through this campaign, we successfully identified a Swiss-based company which are now supporting to set up their business in Albania. Second, enhanced aftercare. We have strengthened our post-investment services to ensure that companies already operating in Albania have the opportunity and conditions to expand. Often, the best new investments come from a satisfied existing investor. And the third one is innovation integration. AIDA is actively connecting FDI promotion with Albania innovation ecosystems, meaning we are collaborating with university, vocational schools, and tech parks to create investment opportunities that foster skills, research collaboration, and technology transfer. In short, AIDA vision is to position Albania not just a destination for efficiency-seeking investors, but as a partner for innovation-driven growth in Western Balkans region.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. And now going to Montenegro. Mr. Radojita, Montenegro's business environment has evolved significantly in recent years. Could you outline the key legal and regulatory reforms, especially those aligned with EU standards, and your current tax policy that matters most to investors? Following that, which sectors are Montenegro prioritizing for investment in the next 12 or 24 months, and why?
Thank you very much. In recent years, Montenegro has made a real progress in building a more attractive and supportive environment for investors. The government has focused on economic openness, legal and regulatory reforms, and alignment with EU standards. One of the most important steps has been the simplification of procedures for starting and running business. Foreign investors are guaranteed national treatment, meaning they enjoy the same rights and protection as domestic companies. Montenegro also offers one of the most competitive tax systems in the region. Personal and corporate income tax starts at just 9%, and the labor taxes are now below 20% on the average salary. It is among the lowest in Europe. To further improve the investment climate, the government has drafted a law on strategic investments aimed at streamlining procedures and accelerating key projects. And we are currently awaiting the European Commission's opinion as we continue to move toward EU membership. With our strategic location on the Adriatic, stable currency, the euro, and a clear business-friendly legal framework, Montenegro is becoming a gateway to Southeast Europe. National priorities are clear: infrastructure, energy, tourism, and digital transformation, all strongly supported by international financial institutions and our EU integration efforts. Montenegro offers stability, opportunity, and long-term value to investors, especially those who care about sustainability, innovation, and responsible growth. In short, Montenegro is not just open for business, it is actively building a future based on digitalization, smart specialization, and strong partnership.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. This question is for Annabelle. GIZ, the German Development Corporation, has been a long-standing partner in supporting investment and private sector development across the region. How GIZ view the Western Balkans' competitiveness with regards to potential German investments?
I hope this works. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
As you already mentioned, I'm working for GIZ. Some of you might be wondering why is GIZ on an investment agency panel, but I think it totally makes sense because our goal as German Development Corporation is basically to bring both sides together, the German side and also the local side in the Western Balkans. So as mentioned by Ayodita, basically GIZ has been pretty involved over the past decades to strengthen the private sector in the region. A lot of different projects have been implemented across different sectors. So basically what we look at as GIZ, also representing the development ministry in Germany, is basically looking at, okay, which sectors have the most potential for economic development in the region, also for employment creation. And I think a lot of the sectors that have been mentioned during the event and also on this panel today kind of overlap also with GIZ's like focus sectors. One of them obviously being the GBS sector and everything related to IT and BPO, because it's a sector where we see a huge potential to create jobs, also create very good jobs. Also here we look at quality over quantity because we really want to make a change in the region. But it also brings a huge benefit to the German side. We're actually just discussing it before in like a small round that for German companies it's very crucial to have access to skilled workers. It's super interesting to have it also kind of close to home in the Western Balkan region. So this is one sector we specifically look at, but also a lot of other activities in other sectors. So for example, tourism is also one field where we collaborate a lot with partners in Albania, for example. The energy sector also across the region, there's a lot of stuff happening. So there's also like a lot of cross-cutting topics that can be combined between like the GBS sector and also like other sectors. And if you're wondering what is GIZ actually doing there, maybe just some examples also from the region. We collaborate pretty closely with the Durrana Tech Park in Albania, supporting with like German experts, for example. They're coming in like supporting on how to set up the business model, how to get the operations running, obviously also getting companies in that could be interested. So that's like one example. Then also we have one colleague here from Kosovo, from the ITP in Prizren, also like an old German military bases in the region where GIZ is supporting the structure now to actually get investors in, make it like profitable, get the business running. So that's kind of this intersection between development and business that we try to support. Maybe also as an additional interesting point, I'm working for a project called Agency for Business and Economic Development, and together with a colleague, we are basically like a first contact person in the region. If there's anything related to business and development cooperation, any project ideas, we're basically the ones kind of channeling it to like the different projects, the different partners. So that's something that we recently established.
Thank you, Annabelle. And after this information about the insights and what each country has to share in insights or information about the investments or projects, I like to go in the second part, that is the regional cooperation and shared positioning. One recurring theme is the need for greater regional positioning, presenting the Western Balkans as a single collaborative investment destination. How can our agencies and partners work together to build that narrative more effectively? Amra, from Bosnia and Herzegovina perspective, how can stronger cooperation between investment agencies help present the Western Balkans as a single complementary business region?
Actually, the cooperation, it is the key for regional succeed. We can always act as a small divided markets, offering very small, actually, labor market, 2.3 million, 0.6, as each country has to offer. But our language barriers, like Albanian and ex-Yugoslavian, should never be an obstacle, since it's not an obstacle for Spain, Italy, France and Germany. They are not speaking the same language, but they are acting as one market in competing globally, with the other continents. In that case, cooperation or synergy, it is the keys to our success. Maybe we should create more events like this, connecting our regional leaders, policymakers, government officials, to create maybe some online platform offering all the tax incentives, government incentives, actually promoting our market as a unique market. And it is really creating a difference when you say we have a 15 or 18 or, I don't know, 10 million people of a workforce. Then when you say as a, I don't know, Montenegro 0.6 or we 3.2 or something like that. So it is actually creating a stronger labor force market. And at the end of the day, as I said, that starting all of our countries, Western Balkans, we are aligning on a European strategy when it comes to development, since all of us are hoping one day we will be part of the European Union, that's first. And the second of us, our workforce is offering services for European companies, and it is just like connecting the dots. We are offering the services that is needed to European markets. So as a one huge regional market, I think we will be more advantage competitive in offering our services.
That's good. Geraldina, this question is about you. How can closer cooperation through coordinated regional roadshow enhance the visibility and competitiveness of the Western Balkans in attracting foreign investment?
So, as Amra mentioned, regional cooperation is one of the most powerful tools we have to enhance visibility and competitiveness as the investment destination. When the Western Balkan economies present themselves jointly, even through coordinated regional investment roadshows, we send a much stronger and more coherent message to global investors. Rather than competing for attention individually, we showcase the collective potential of the region. A market of over 18 million people, strategic location between the European Union and emerging markets, and complementary economic strengths. This makes the Western Balkans far more visible and credible in front of global investors who increasingly seek for scale, regional integration, and supply chain continuity. And through coordinated roadshows, we can also promote regional success stories, highlight shared platforms and reforms in the business environment, and demonstrate cross-border project opportunities. From AIDA perspective, but I believe all from other IPAs of Western Balkan perspectives, such cooperation help us align investment messaging, share data and best practices, and present the Western Balkan as an integrated and investable region, not a fragmented set of small markets. And ultimately, this approach shifts the narrative from competition to collaboration. By speaking with one regional voice, we can attract larger, higher value investment that benefit all economies, and position the Western Balkans as a united, reliable, and forward-looking investment destination.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. And Annabelle, from GIZ standpoint, how important is a regional investment identity for international visibility and attracting German investments?
I mean, as we've already agreed, all of us, I think it's super important. Obviously also for like making it easier to understand for German companies, German investors to see the relevance of the region, the numbers, having like a relevant number of people that can be sourced from the region. I think that totally makes sense from the standpoint of like the pure quantity, but also regarding the quality. I think like most of the companies I've talked to, they're more looking for like innovative partners, innovative ideas to bring that in. And I think for that it will be super interesting to share what the region has to offer as a whole, especially because there's like so many different specializations in the countries. Also from the language point of view, I mean, of course, for like German investors, the German language is important, but also other languages that can be like delivered from the region. So I think it totally makes sense. And also just make it like easier to grasp what it's all about. If you have like 6 countries approaching you as a company and everybody has like their own pitch deck, it's just, I guess, also a bit confusing and tiring maybe. So just to like join forces and like, yeah, approach clients as a whole makes sense. I think a good news is also like when talking to potentially interested companies, almost all of them mentioned that nearshoring is getting more and more important again. Actually, I've been working a lot with like offshoring locations in the past, and I've seen like a growing interest for like nearshoring locations in the past years. So yeah, I think to just position yourself as like a very strong nearshoring location totally makes sense. Yeah.
Radojica, do you have something to, do you want to add something, or you asked me to postpone this question?
Just a few sentences from Montenegro
Yeah, how do you
side.
see the opportunities for
From
investment?
Montenegro side, we see real value in working together with other investment agency because we live in period that investors don't look at just one country. They look at all region. So we need to make that easier for them. And Montenegro Investment Agency signed several MOUs with Albanian Investment Development Agency, Cantonal Agency, for attractive investments and privatization, Enterprise Greece, Hungarian Investment Agency, and we prepare next MOUs with agency from Republic of Azerbaijan, Czech Republic, and Slovakia. I think we can work on joint investment areas like green energy and or digitalization. For example, Montenegro is developing a green port, eco-industrial park, and innovative zones. If we connect these with similar project in our neighbor, we can offer investor bigger opportunities, not just in one place, but across border. And I think it's important to build a regional investment platform. One place, single place where investors can see opportunities in all our country with shared data, with location and contacts. This saves time for them and helps all of us get more attention together.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. So now let's close with a forward-looking perspective. Investment promotion is evolving. Investors are now demanding not just cost efficiency, but also sustainability, talent, and innovation. Amra, I would slightly adapt this question, can you tell me how Sarajevo is positioning itself as a green and digital hub where sustainability means clean energy, efficient mobility, and smart urban growth, rather than referring specifically to ESG framework?
Well, as you have said, actually the investors need to see concrete steps and progress, not promises by politicians, yeah? So there is a huge road in front of us when it comes to Bosnia and Herzegovina and Canton of Sarajevo. There are a few steps and there are changes actually in planning strategically. For example, we just mapped and started feasibility study for one industry zone very near Sarajevo, which is supposed to be based on circular economy and it's supposed to be green industry economy. Then there is also smart mobility in our city. We are trying to improve our transportation, our actually, and connections with other countries. Our airport actually create a huge actual improvement by the numbers of visitors and travelers when it comes to Sarajevo. We are also implementing next year in public transportation, we are implementing electronic buses. And as well, the third, which is very much important, we are pushing one agenda for our universities to have in their curriculum like 6 months intensive program. First, they need, of course, to train the trainer. What I mean by that, it is that everything that students has learned through curriculums and ex cathedra must be implemented to some practical courses in order to what they actually learn, they can create and implement it daily in their workforce, because that is what the investors are actually asking for. It's not a diploma, it is the skilled workforce. So in order to switch from promises, we are planning, as I said, it's a really long road, and at the same time we are pretty much aware that it's a fast pace that we must catch, not only Bosnia, I think the whole region, when we sing about Western Balkans. So that does few factors that I'm mentioning that must be done if we want to give our competitive advantages for foreign investors, not just European, but globally also.
Thank you. Geraldina, looking across all sectors, what are AIDA's top 3 priorities over the next 12 or 24 months to make Albania a predictable, investor-friendly destination?
So, AIDA's work in the coming period is centered on strengthening predictability, performance, and partnership in Albania's investment climate. Our first priority is to enhance institutional transparency and investor services. We are digitalizing procedures, streamlining investment facilitation, and improving the consistency of information provided to the investors, so they can experience a clear, efficient, and predictable process from the first contact to the project implementation. Our second priority is to deepen sector development and value chain integration. AIDA is focusing on key sectors, as I mentioned, such as ICT BPO, renewable energy, agri-tech, advanced manufacturing, and of course tourism, where we can attract high-quality investors and create stronger local linkages. This means not only promoting opportunities, but also helping local companies become suppliers and partners to foreign investors. And the third priority is aftercare and reinvestment. We as AIDA are building a more proactive aftercare system that supports existing investors and encourages reinvestment, because satisfied investors is the best ambassador for Albania. And together, these priorities reflect AIDA's broader goal to ensure that investing in Albania means entering a stable, supportive, and forward-looking investment environment, one where investors can plan and grow with impact.
Thank you. And Mr. Radojica, it's Mia seeing growing investors' interest in renewable energy, logistic or tech sectors, and how are you positioning to respond?
Yes, we are seeing growing and serious investor interest in renewable energy, logistic, and technology. And Montenegro's natural resources, sun, wind, and water make it perfect for green energy projects, and the government support solar, wind, and hydro investment in line with EU goals to protect the environment. The new renewable energy law aligned with EU standards, providing long-term regulatory clarity, and we are already seeing results. For example, the Monte Trevo solar plus battery project developed with CVP Europe is 1.1 billion investment, one of the largest in the region. And another strong case is Gvozd wind farm, backed by EBRD loan on 82 million euros. Now it's its second phase. These are bankable and large-scale projects, and the pipeline is growing. In addition, the next phase of the underwater cable between Italy and Montenegro is planned, which will double our certain capacity and establish Montenegro as a regional energy hub. Logistics is another growing area. Our position between Central Europe and the Adriatic make it ideal for distribution and regional transport. Infrastructure upgrades, especially the Bar-Belgrade highway and railway, and expansion of the port of Bar are opening up new corridors. Several international players have already expressed interest in creating logistic hubs here. And finally, the digital and tech sector is booming with young, skilled workforce and better internet. Montenegro is becoming a hotspot for smart, innovative business. We have built a strong support ecosystem to back innovation. That's the point. That includes the Science and Technology Park in Podgorica, which connects startups with academia and R&D support. The Fund for Innovation, which provides financial backing and co-funding for tech driver ventures. And the Technopolis in Nikšić, which provide it's a regional startup center offering incubation, acceleration, and space for early stage businesses. For investors, this means you are not starting from scratch. You are entering a system already producing results, talent, and opportunities. To support all of this, Montenegro Investment Agency is focused on three things: fast-tracking investment process, showcasing ready-to-invest projects, and working with our partners like EBRD and EU to de-risk investments and upgrade infrastructure.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. And before we close this panel, I would like one sentence from each of you. A message that we can send to a global business community. What could be, Ambra?
Well, Western Balkan region is not anymore just a potential. We are actually a progress, a change. All of our countries really are talent-rich, skilled-rich workforce, and we all offering pretty much cost-efficiency business operating. So that is my message, that we are attractive. And the second one, it is, that, as I already mentioned, it is that we must create more and more regional conferences, including all policymakers, and making politicians sit with the investors and with the business in order to create more investor environment-friendly region.
Thank you. Geraldina?
So we all agree that Western Balkans in 2025 is not just potential anymore, it is performance. And now we stand united as a region of opportunity, talent, and resilience, ready to partner with global investors.
Thank you. Annabelle?
But maybe you, now it works. I would keep it simple. I would tell all German investors to actually keep an eye on the Western Balkans, and also, collaborate with us as GIZ. There's like huge opportunities to combine actually business and also development cooperation, reach joint goals together, and create a win-win situation for the region and also for German companies.
Thanks a lot.
I think important thing from our side is that we are not just open for investment. We are actively shaping a future-focused economy, and I think, in my opinion, the time is for forward-thinking investors to come, not just in Montenegro, to come to VB6 countries, and I think that it's a perfect time for that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all for your insights and for the commitment each of your institutions bring to advance and investment and collaboration in our region. The Western Balkan, as you said, is clearly moving from being a region to potential to a region of performance. And cooperation across our agencies is key to the journey. And I'm very happy that I could say it now, that it's something that we have achieved as a first step, that collaboration is the first movement through the future development of our sectors. So I'm very honored to, I think this is just a start of a big success. So thank you all for the participation, and thanks to our agencies and you guys for all the insights.
Thank you, Aredita.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.